Story begins with the most broken Thor in the multiverse. One who watched Asgard burn, watched Midgard be defiled, and was helpless to stop it, as he's a Thor who cannot lift his own hammer. Through the years, Thor tried to escape his hammer because the hammer didn't budge from the ground when Thor needed him the most. Since then, Thor had tried only to be left alone. But even at this, he failed. No matter where Thor wandered, Mjolnir followed, a constant reminder of Thor's unworthiness. And even now, when Thor ventured to the most remote corner of the globe, Mjolnir followed. Thor gets mad and starts punching his hammer. But then Lei Kung, also known as the Guardian of the Kunlun, pays him a visit. You punch with rage, not with focus, though. Perhaps that is your goal. Who the hell are you? I'm Lei Kung, the Thunderer, Guardian of Kunlun and its ancient secrets. He then says to Thor that he came to the right place and opens a portal to the hidden city of Kunlun. When they arrive, Lei Kung tells Thor stories about how they fought invaders of Kunlun, but their armies and Iron Fist fell, and reveals to Thor that the attackers failed to destroy one thing: the sleeping dragon named Shu Lao, who is now weakened but alive and hidden behind the door. He then says to Thor that maybe his hands weren't meant for lifting a hammer, and instructs him to punch the hammer because his training as Iron Fist has just begun. And so Thor's training begins, hitting Mjolnir, a hammer who is made of the strongest substance in all of the realms, day after day. After 30 days and nights of punching the unmovable Mjolnir, Thor's fist became hammer in their own right. Hammers of scar tissue and focused fury. After another 30 days, Mjolnir began to quiver, to creak with every blow as if groaning. And then, it began to dodge, almost as if Thor's punches had made the hammer no pain. This thought delighted Thor and encouraged him to punch it even harder. But then a shocking thing happens. The hammer starts to fight Thor back, but he is no match for the new Thor and his fists. After beating the hammer, Lei Kung says to Thor that he will be able to claim the hammer now, but Thor refuses. And then out of nowhere, Lei Kung attacks Thor and alerts Thor that he is the final challenge. Who will test Thor? But it takes Thor only one punch to send Lei Kung flying. Never before have I felt the perfect punch. Truly, it was an honor to be bludgeoned by you, Thor, and to lead here to your destiny. After this, Lei Kung reveals to Thor that the dragon Shu Lao, who is resting behind the door, is not actually alive, and the power of the Iron Fist was never meant to be Thor's, so he instructs him to use his fists carefully. And now Thor, the god of fists, is ready for battle against evil. He also lets Mjolnir join him on his journey, but instructs him to stay out of his way.